seconds.
All right.
And five, four, three, two.
And just when you thought it may be safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And again, you are about to witness the most controversial television talk show anywhere in the Memphis and Mid South area. I'm just walking into the studio. That's where you've seen all them lovely commercials aired. I was almost here tonight, and I've been almost on time. And I get a call, an anonymous call, that says, "Have you left your office yet?" Yes. "Have you checked your mailbox today?" I said, "Yeah, I got the mail earlier." There is something in your mailbox that you need to see. I said, "Well, I'll get it tomorrow." No, you need to see this now. You need to talk about this because there's nobody else in Memphis that's going to kick start this off. I said, "Man, what is it? What is it about?" He says that it's about a school where there were threats of shooting up the school, that the police department is trying to cover up, along with the city, well, not the Shelby County school system. And there's proof in your mailbox that this actually took place and arrests were made on yesterday at this particular school. I immediately took an exit, went back to my mailbox, and there was information in my mailbox concerning some students who had made a threat to shoot up a local school and to kill individuals in that particular school. Now, I know that police officers right now, how he get that piece of information. I've got a copy of a statement made by a teacher at that particular school. I've got the statement of one of the students involved in that situation. And it's disturbing to me, and this is not my subject for tonight. But it's disturbing to me that the city of Memphis Police Department and the school system, and and I don't know, and I've got a great controversial subject, and I don't know. They'll give me something to clean my glasses off. Uh, Whether I should deal with some of this on tonight. I am not going to put this information on my Facebook page because it is my feelings that with the information that I have in front of me, that there will be parties that would try to shut down my Facebook pages. I am going to put these documents on my pay-per-view blog on tomorrow, which is the safest place for me to place them. But I want to know real quickly if there are any parents of Manassas High School that were told that there were threats at that school of a mass shooting at the school. I haven't heard anything about it on the news. Look like it goes all the way back to August. It looks like the arrests were just made on yesterday. I'm sure that there are documents that are missing because when I read the teacher's statement on this Manassas High School student statement form dated 10/29 of yesterday, this teacher speaks of the conversation that he overheard. Then, when I have this document from the Memphis Police Department suspect statement, and I start to reading the questions that were asked of the young man, he admits that they had discussed, not just him, but several individuals at Manassas High School had discussed shooting up the school. And I am going to put it up on my Cussing Pastor Tells All.com site on tomorrow so that you can see the documents. But I guess my question becomes, why would the school system, and then again, I don't know, if there are some parents that's watching that are parents of students at Manassas High School, the gold and blue, I'd like to hear from you. This is amazing to me, and this information was worth me turning around, going back to my mailbox at the church, and getting this information. Why would the police department not issue a statement and say that we have these young people who threatened to shoot up Manassas High School? There is an investigation going on. Why would not the administration of Manassas High School send forth information? And I know that I said that I wasn't going to do many local stories now that we're reaching all over in Arkansas and other places. But if I don't do it, ain't nobody else left to do it. And the people who entrusted me with this information most likely did not trust other medias to get hold of this particular documentation that I have. And again, I am going to post it on the site tomorrow so you can actually see what's going on. But I want to take just a minute, and I like to hear, put my number up there, T. I like to hear from, if you are a parent of a student at Manassas High School here in Memphis, Tennessee, I'd like to know, and maybe they did. So I don't want to jump the gun and say that they didn't. Did you, as parents, receive any information about the threat of shooting up the school? And apparently going back and looking at where is that piece of paper? This goes all the way back to August 13th. But the arrests were just made on yesterday. Someone is telling me, from what I was told, the principal at the school was told not to release a statement per Superintendent Jarvis Ray. I'm sorry. I got some issues with that. If there's a parent that has a child at Manassas High School, please give me a call. There it is on the screen. Area code 901-231-9239. Let me clean my glasses off, because I ran in here at almost 10 minutes after the hour 7, because I was halfway here. And I had to turn around, get off, go back, because I felt that this information was worth me going back to the church to gather. I'm going to, and apparently not, I'm going to read the statement that one of the teachers at the school gave, and it's on the Manassas High School's student statement form. And I'm going to post it tomorrow so that you're able to see it. The student's name is Michael Galladay. And the statement made yesterday states, on 10/28/19, the following students were assigned to report to JROTC classroom number 1073. I, Sergeant Claiborne, is the instructor for JROTC. On this day of concern, as the students sat in my class, they talked about the possibility of a school shooting. The students involved in the conversation were Taurus Chalmers, Michael Galladay, Darren Jefferson, look like Marie Thompson and Sammy Woods. Later, Tamara Neal and Jamie Townsend engaged in the conversation. I heard comments about Hooray Busters chat room. I ain't never heard of them, but used to communicate between the students that may be planning a school shooting. Michael Galladay and Taurus Chalmers headed the conversation as they talked about targeting the band. A question was asked by someone if Mrs. Butler was on the list. A reply by one of them was not yet. A comment by another student referring to a student who was expelled for pulling the fire alarm interested them in using the fire alarm to get everyone out of the classroom as part of their plan. Galladay was asked a question by another student that I don't recall, but Galladay's response was, I'm not going to shoot everybody at the same time. Hmm. Then I have the police statement of another young man, Gerald Dwight Sandling, who confesses to it in his police statement to the police department. And again, my question comes, why would this information be withheld, and especially withheld from parents? Why would not the police department issue a statement? What is going to happen with these students? Will they be allowed to return? I'm looking at, and I'm so tempted. There I am. I'm so tempted to call. Is there a phone number on here? It's got the grandmothers of this young man that took this police statement. I'm sure there were more. This is the only one I have. Her numbers, her home phone is not on here, but the young man's cell phone number is on here. Y'all know I don't take no calls from blocked numbers, so don't even try it. But this guy's next of kin works for Piccadilly's on Poplar. Rosette Skinner. So is it a rule of thumb that the administration of these schools trying to keep this type of information from the public? They're making terroristic threats. And in this day and age, we don't know how sincere these threats are. Just the mere conversation of, this is what we plan to do. That's crazy all within itself. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to switch over uh, into something else. Because I'm sitting here and I'm reading the statement. You know, they asked the kid, do you want to make a statement? Yes. Earlier, there was a threats made to the school to shoot up Manassas High School. What do you know about the threats? I was more on the side of it. I didn't talk about it to other people. Then they asked him who else was involved in the threats. He gives the names. What type of threats were made? They asked him that question. Shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like. That's his damn answer. Shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like. Did you plan on carrying out these threats? No. What you expecting to say? Why were you planning on making these threats? We were tired of people bullying us because we are different. What are you? You Martians or what you be? They asked him who was the main person who came up with the idea. He gives a name. Uh, what led up to you making the threats to shoot up the school? Tired of motherfuckers fucking with us. That's that. I mean, it was more than that, but that that was the main statement. Uh, what were the events that led to your being here? We were in class. The police officer came in there to take us to the counselor's office where we wrote statements. They put in handcuffs and drove us here. Okay. Let me take a minute. Is it going to be kind of hard for me to sashay into this other?
It might be.
You think it's going to be hard for me to sashay into this topic that I really wanted to deal with on tonight? Damn. And I have a nice subject. Does the gay community have a membership drive going on? And I've got some reasons to think that it is, and some evidence of it going on. But it's kind of hard to switch from where I am. And I just felt that this was something that needed to be talked about on tonight. And again, all of these statements will be on my pay-per-view site, which goes to help support Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. And the reason that I'm putting it there, because if I put it on my Facebook page, I'm already not able to go live on my Facebook page. Dale can't go live on her Facebook pages. I think they go to give me another 30-day sentence. So I'll put it on the site. It'll be on there by 1 o'clock on tomorrow. I'm not laying back down in the morning after the blues show. I'm going into the office, watermark this information, and put it up on the site. But why? And I'm gonna take a commercial break. Whew, I got a long time tonight. Why do you think that this information would not be released to the public? Do you think it needs to be released to the public? You as a parent, would you like to know that this is going on at the school? All right, let's take a commercial break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Oh, it's good for a minute. Mm. I guess you're going to have to change the heading.
I don't ever mess with them after you change subjects, just. So this would happen August the what?
If this report that I have here, August 13,
And Clayton resigned August 24th.
see, this initial narrative is different than these statements.
Well, see, okay, I'm gonna tell you another thing I picked up from what you're doing, what you read.
Mm-hmm.
See, they don't call it, I think they call it alternative classes or whatever. They don't call it, CDC or whatever. But you know, at one point in time, special needs children went in the classroom with the regular children.
But I don't give a damn if you special needs, short bus riders, a
But I'm saying
motherfucker with a
that's why they
gun,
were bullying them. That's where the bullying come in, throwing stuff at them and all that.
a retarded motherfucker can shoot too.
I didn't say that they couldn't.
Shit.
And they probably shoot better than
Don't tell me because they short bus.
I didn't say
Motherfuckers
there's not
that-
no short bus and nothings. That is not what I said.
Hmm.
I was explaining the part about the bullying. You know how y'all smart, all y'all like chicken and shit.
It's cold in my head cold.
It's cold.
Put my cap back on. The motherfucker still didn't call me about my heat at my house.
Remind me about that when you get out. I
Huh?
gotta ask you something about that when you get out.
Ain't no, it was at the remind.
Me about the conversation?
With them,
No, with you.
I mean, what hell is cold? Shit,
That is.
what other conversation?
Okay, listen.
Shit.
You on social media, we'll talk later.
Mm. Oh.
Feel like I got the sniffles. I might be sick.
All right, Henley, you off my motherfucking page. I'm tired of you coming on my page every motherfucking night and you try to change the motherfucking subject. I don't give a fuck about that shit you talk about. So you are hereby dismissed from this damn page. Huh?
Ten seconds.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Again, my intent had been, I put my cap on because it was cold here in the studio. Hell, I ain't gonna explain to y'all why I put my cap on my head. Does the gay community have a membership drive going on? I may go back to this in just a minute, but I wanted to know, and I'm opening up the phone lines right now. What is your thought on this information that I've given you on tonight that is verifiable on police documentation? This incident apparently goes all the way back to August 13th. The arrests were made on yesterday. Would you, as a parent, want to know what's going on in the school system? And apparently the person that got me this information has to be in the police department, and I always get information from police officers who know that I'll deal with it if won't nobody else deal with it, and to keep them from being seen and for me to know who they are. And I never asked that question because can't nobody make me tell. Okay, I'm protected under the Tennessee Shield law. I don't have to tell, as a journalist, I don't have to tell anybody where I get my information from. They tried that one with me years ago when I was just constantly getting things out of the police department. And if you don't have a face, you're gone. Irma Perry to come back with a face and you'll be all right. But how do you feel about this? Let's open up the phone lines. 901-231-9239. Would you, even if your child is a student at another school other than Manassas and anywhere in the country, would you want to know about threats being made to shoot up the school? What's your view on this? 901-231-9239. Or is it something that's important to you at all? Is it important to you at all? Why do you think in this particular case, dealing with Manassas High School, my alma mater, why do you think that no statement was released? Do you even think that the superintendent would say, let's keep this quiet?
Deborah, To accept.
Deborah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's very important because that's dangerous. And I'm just saying, if it was my child or grandchild, I would want to know, and the public should know. And I believe if it had been a white school, they would have made it public. But that's dangerous, and that you don't know if that's serious or not, if that person is serious about their intentions, but that's very dangerous, and the public should know. And I think something needs to be addressed to that superintendent for him to say, not to publish it or not let the public know, but I just called to say that that's something you should take serious. And I think if it had been a white school, it would have been made public. Now that's just my opinion, but that's a serious issue, and something needs to be done about that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What's your view? And again, I don't know what the superintendent said. I haven't heard from, superintendent on just, I'm not on his list of favorite people to call when things go down. So, but what do you think as a citizen, as a parent? And I wish the grandmothers on this particular document, I wish the grandmothers number was on here. The young man's number is on here. His cell phone number is on here.
Son.
Michael, go ahead. Speak up. Speak up so I can hear you, brother.
Do you remember last week the superintendent released that press release about school threats and stuff? I wondered, he released a statement last
So I can't. Do you have me? Wait a minute. Do you have me on speakerphone?
No, it ain't on the food stamp phone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're on food stamp phone.
I said, ain't no on the food stamp
Okay.
phone.
Well, hell, it must be a cheap phone because I still can't hear you. But what were you saying? What were you saying about threats being made last week?
I said the superintendent released a press conference last week. You might want to go back and look at it. Then he's trying to hide this week. Go back and look at that press release he released last week, Pastor.
About what?
He was just talking about school threats been made this year, and they gonna deal with it. He had one of them, Mike Robbins, somebody from the FBI, and all them big time folks. And
Okay.
then they gonna be tolerated. And I guess he don't want to talk about this, but they want to make it look like a tourist.
Okay.
He was just released last week.
All right. Well, I'll go back and see if I can find that particular piece of information. How important to you is the knowledge that threats have been made in the school where your child, your grandchild, or a family member may be a student of? And again, I think that the school system has a responsibility to let parents know exactly what is going on. And in this particular case, to my knowledge, we don't know. 901-231-9239. And if y'all want to talk about this, I'll go on to my subject. I still got time to deal with it. And I thought that there would be more interest in this than it is. I will put it up. I will put this information up on the site. I'll scan it all in for tomorrow. You'll be able to go and read the statement. And I've got the statement of Gerald Dwight Sandlin, age 17, lives over on Decatur Cove, 12th grade at Manassas High School.
To accept.
Go ahead.
Look at a Patty. I think they have threats. So many threats. They can't tell you about every threat that they get.
They should.
They probably tell you everybody else
They should tell you. If it's a threat of shooting up the school, and you've got students that saying they're going to shoot as many people as they can, I think you should release that to the public.
Yeah, you should believe it, but you know, they probably get threats, so many threats, they can't take you by the area.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. When you see, man,
Every day, they gonna put up every day.
okay, then do it every day. Then do it every day. You mean to tell me that there are so many threats that if a child is threatening to shoot up a school and shoot as many people as they can, that should not be released?
These hard-headed motherfuckers, they doing that.
Sir, that ain't what I asked you. That ain't what I asked your ass. I asked you.
I think they should.
Okay, well, thank you. That's enough from you. Bye. Damn. Come on. I'm reading the teacher's statement of what the teacher overheard. I heard comments about the Hooray Busters chat room used to communicate between students that may be planning a school shooting. Michael Galladay and Taurus Chalmers headed the conversation. They talked about targeting the band. A question was asked by someone if Mrs. Butler was on the list, and I'm thinking that's a teacher. A reply by one of them was, "Not yet." A comment by another student referring to a student who was expelled for pulling the fire alarm interests them in using the fire alarm to get everyone out the classroom as part of their plans. Galladay was asked a question by another student that I don't recall, but Galladay's response was, "I'm not going to shoot everybody at the same time. I ain't gonna shoot everybody at the same time. Just get as many as I can."
To accept, press.
Go ahead.
Man, your fat ass get you smart with that low ass hat on, man.
Man, fuck. Oh, excuse me. I forget I'm on TV. Get your ignorant ass off. Okay? Ignorant ass folk. And these are the homes that these children come out of. Okay? These are the homes that the children come out of. You probably walked off and left all your damn babies. You know, an ignorant Negro like you. And y'all forgive me because I can't stand stupidity. You know, I'm sorry, I don't understand stupidity. And that Negro all the way from Maryland, Jerrysville, Maryland. 410-941-8292. 410-941-8292. Man, you're just ignorant. Okay? This is something that is serious, and you got ignorant ass men that just want to be ignorant. You just ignorant. You ain't no cure for you. They can't even give your ass no shot for being ignorant. Ain't no cure for ignorant. Ain't none. But this happened. This happened in a school. My phone should be ringing off the hook. When I'm talking about other things, y'all just excited about talking. But here we're talking about the safety of our children. I'm reading the statement of Gerald Dwight Sandlin. He gives the names of the other folk that were involved. What types of threats are made? Shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like. Shooting up the school. What was they doing to the kids? I don't know what they were doing to the kids that's bullying. And they ain't really concerned at this point. I'm concerned about these little heathens that want to shoot up the damn school. That's my concern right now. The bullying part, okay, fine. But because you getting bullied, it's okay for you to shoot up the school. Hell, everybody at the school ain't bullying you.
Georgia. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Georgia, go ahead.
Hi.
Hey,
I have a question.
yes.
Who put out that statement that you just read?
Ma'am, does it concern who put out the statement? I got it right here in front of me.
Where did you get it, may I ask?
That ain't your business where I got it, ma'am.
No, I'm saying you, because your thought is why the school hadn't done more. Maybe the school didn't know.
Ma'am, you got to be a damn, you have to be a damn fool if you think that. They were arrested at the school.
That's what I'm asking you. Is that a official statement you're reading?
Now,
Or something somebody said?
did you not hear me at the beginning of the program? Have you not been listening?
I just jumped in.
Okay, then you need to keep listening.
Oh, you are ignorant. I didn't realize you were that ignorant.
Okay, well, I'm just that ignorant then. If your dumb ass sitting there listening to me make the statements, then do you think I sit here on TV and just go by what somebody said without documented proof? Come on. Maybe the school didn't know. How is the school not going to know? The students were arrested at the school. The statement is made by a teacher on school letterhead. See, I have low tolerance for ignorant ass folk. I do. I'm sorry to all the ignorant ass folk. I just got low tolerance for you. Some things just ought to make good sense to you. But if you ain't got no good sense, go ahead, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry. I did not hear the beginning of the program either. I have a niece that goes there. I'm just wondering, when did this happen? Because I can't get in touch with her.
It apparently, from the narrative of the police report, it initially happened on August 13th. I've got a copy of a student, of a teacher's statement of overhearing what the children were planning. Then I have on the Memphis Police Department suspect stating sheet, where they give you the questions and you give the answers. I've got that sheet where a young man is answering to the fact that they were going to shoot all the folk that they could. The question was asked, what type of threats were made? Shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like.
That is crazy. These kids, I don't know. We really have to pray for them. And we have
No, ma'am, you see, y'all got to do more than pray. Got to do, see, I'm tired of y'all praying. When y'all gonna start whooping some ass?
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you.
It go back, see, when asses were being whooped, we didn't have a lot of these problems.
That's right. I agree with you. I have a 29-year-old. I was just concerned because I have a great niece that goes there. So
Well-
I wanted to.
Yes, ma'am, and I understand, and I understand exactly your position. But I'm reading from documentation. I have a police narrative. I've got a statement by a teacher that is signed by a teacher that names all of the people that were in his class that were talking about this. Then I have a Memphis Police Department suspect statement. Okay, where a young man by the name of Gerald Dwight Sandlin, age 17, born 7/2/2002, makes a statement. Okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I thank you for informing us, on some things because I'm definitely getting ready to contact her mother.
Yes. And parents there should be contacting the school and the administration as to why they were not told.
And I agree with you. I agree with you. Hopefully, if her mother will, if not, I definitely will follow up on tomorrow because she's a 14-year-old who's her first year there.
And here's the thing. I've been doing what I do a long time. I've never given out false information on the air, and I never talk about anything of this type of nature without the documentation. I got the police statement, I got the school statement, I got the police narrative of what happened on August 13th. So when I come to the air with this, because this was not my subject matter for tonight, I was called halfway to the station to go back. I needed to go back to my mailbox because there was something in my mailbox that I needed to talk about on tonight.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I don't know about other parents, but I do.
Thank you so much.
I do think that a lot of information that you give is correct information. It might not come up that day, but it's going to come up very soon after you mention it. But anyway, you have a good evening.
Thank you. And I can assure you right now, in newsrooms around this city right now, they're watching the Thaddeus Matthews Show and want to know why. Let me tell you, for years, there have been people on the inside of the Memphis Police Department that have made sure that I got the right information to get the documentation to be able to back up what I say. And that's important. And they know I don't reveal who they are. They know that there is nobody that can make me tell that as a journalist, I am protected in this state under the Tennessee Shield Law. I ain't got to tell you, because actually this is public information. I just got some documents that normally I wouldn't have in my hand. But I am not going to sit back and know that these type of things are going on in this community and not talk about it. You'll be able to see the documentation tomorrow at cussingpastortellsall.com. Probably about 12 o'clock. When I get off the radio in the morning, I'm going straight into the office. Hell, I made a copy of this and left it at the church so that, hell, if y'all break in my car while it's parked outside here tonight, that you won't get nothing. And I've had that happen. You remember?
I do.
Remember when my truck was parked outside and I was talking about something that was going on with Ed Stanton Sr. My truck was broken into that night, and my briefcase with that, nothing else. They didn't touch nothing else but my briefcase, and didn't know that what they were looking for is never in the briefcase. It's never left in the car. It's always where security cameras are watching to see what is going on. Okay? This is the impact that the Thaddeus Matthews TV show has in this community. Y'all talk about me, but you can't never say that information that I bring to you, it ain't factual. I get the receipts. I don't talk about nothing that I don't have the paperwork on. Who is this in Alabama?
Stephanie.
Go ahead, Stephanie.
Yes, I think the school was wrong, and I will hold the school, the principal, the superintendent, everybody was wrong. And yes, I would be very upset. I have grandkids in school and I have kids in school, and I would be good that something was done. And I don't think it was right at all.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All the way from Ox, Alabama.
Yes, yes.
Where's Ops, Alabama at, baby?
It is close to Montgomery, probably about an hour away from Montgomery,
And it's called Ops, Alabama?
Alabama.
All right, Donna. Thank you so much for watching me in Ops, Alabama.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am. There should be a outcry. There should be a concern from parents. And again, I'm going to put up the. Do you have something with that website on it? CussingPastorTellsAll.com. Yeah, it'll be there, and for $2 you can see all this paperwork. I use that site for stuff I can't put on social media because they take my stuff down. And I also use it as a form of supporting the ministry of Naked Truth, Liberation, and Empowerment Ministry. If you don't want to pay the $2, then don't see the information because you can't copy it from the page. I made sure of that. You can't get to it till you pay the $2 either. So that's just the way it goes. But I've got the receipts right here. And I've got where they asked the guy, and this is the part. The guy says, they asked him, the first question is about earlier you were read your Miranda rights. Do you understand your rights? Yes. Do you still wish to give a statement? Yes. Earlier there were threats made to shoot up Manassas High School. What do you know about the threats? I was more on the side of it. I don't know what that means. I didn't talk about it to others. Who else was involved in making the threats? And he goes on to talk about who else was involved, what type of threats were made, shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like. If that's not a reason to concern parents, then hell, I don't know what reason would you need. Okay? Shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like. Why were you planning on making these threats? We were tired of people bullying us because we were different. Hell, what that mean?
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Go ahead.
Yes, Thaddeus.
Yes.
We as a black community, we are not concerned enough about our children. We do not participate with the, going to participate with the activities what's going on in the schools, the PTA meetings, these type of things. We could ask questions, but our attendance in the PTA meetings are almost zero as far as the parent side, and we just don't have concern anymore. Sad. It's sad you would think that in this day and time that something of this magnitude, something of this magnitude, and they feel that there's no outcry.
Well,
Definitely should be an outcry.
it should be, and I totally agree with you, sir, that parents should be more involved in the school system and in the education of their children. And many times we just sit back and allow the educators to do the educating when the education of our children really starts at the house. But when you have a grave issue like this, and we've seen these mass shootings all across the country, this is something that should concern everybody. I think that the school system, the school board members, they have, we need to know if the threat has been made in the school to shoot up the school, then parents should know. Do we have the option? Do the teachers and the administrators have the option to say they just playing? All right, let's go.
Call phone. Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
You on there?
All
Speak up so I can hear you.
Yeah, I was calling to tell you about the two boys at a school down in here, Mississippi.
Sir, you're gonna have to speak up. You're gonna have to speak up so I can hear you. Don't put me on speakerphone. Speak up where I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you better. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm telling you about these two boys that was sucking dick in the classroom.
Sir, I'm not interested in that. That's probably, you were probably one of the boys that was sucking dick. So back. Ignorant ass black folk. Damn. What the hell I care about that? You probably want, like I said, you either the sucker or the sucky. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back. What? What's funny to you?
What's so hard about people calling and staying on subject? I don't get that.
I want to tell you about these two boys down here in Mississippi sucking dick. Okay. You mad because you didn't get your dick sucked? I want my dick sucked. They wouldn't suck mine, so I'm telling on them. Oh, glory. Hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down. Whew. Bonnie Parker, none on this page. That's all I've seen all day long. You gone off the page. That ain't my subject. Those of you that get off subject on my page, you're immediately going to be vacated. This show ain't about John Witherspoon. May he rest wherever he rests him. Y'all just think y'all can come on my shit and just talk about any motherfucking thing you want to. The devil is a lie. Shabba-doo, shabba-day, shabba-boo-boo-boo. Oh, Lord. Glory. Somebody said this was a report on the news, but they never mentioned what happened at Manassas. Ho, ho, ho. Give me that folder with the reads in it.
Sorry, I thought I put it up there.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Go ahead on and get your tickets for that big show. Hey, don't forget, Bobby Rush, my good friend, will be here on this show next Thursday night. Bobby Rush having a birthday party at the Club Paradise on next Friday night. Doors will open at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $35. Many entertainers will be there, sponsored by various organizations. Norman's Liquor Store from South Haven, Mississippi. Also the Afro Police Association and others. You don't want to miss it. You're looking for a place to go on next Friday night, going down to the Paradise for the big 86th birthday party of blues legend, icon, Grammy Award winner, Mr. Bobby Rush. All right. I am at a, okay. We've been talking tonight about some information that I gathered concerning, and I did go back and someone sent me the press statements that were made. What did I just do with them? Let me go back to it. That were made by the superintendent on last week. Thank you, Lisa Everhart. Shelby County Schools announced Wednesday, I guess this was last week, the launch of the SCS School Threats campaign. The goal is to educate parents and students on the consequences that can happen from making a threat to a school, according to SCS Superintendent Joris Ray. Ray also wants the campaign to help students who are being bullied. We know some days can be tough for students, Ray said. We want them to be able to vent to friends on social media. However, Ray made it very clear the school system will not tolerate any threats made. Real or fake, this is not a good period for the educational system, Ray said. We're here to support students. We're here to help them get the help they need. The school system said they have seen a decrease in school threats made from last year, but they have seen a small increase in threats the last few weeks. It was a tremendous impact on student attendance, Ray said. That correlates to academic achievement. We need students in school every day. The superintendent said the school system wants students to be able to share their frustration with teachers, staff members, or administrators, but making it clear that no threat will be tolerated. Ray told us that this is from one of the Stu firms, news medias rather. Ray told us that when a threat is made, it takes a lot of resources to determine if the threat is credible or not. It's countless man hours to investigate, Ray said. We have to follow the police department, the sheriff's department, sometimes the FBI, because all threats are taken seriously. The school system is pleading for parents and students to report any threats seen online to teachers or administrators who can report threats by texting 274-637. Ain't that, need one more number, don't they? They got a special phone. We have requested the number of threats made to schools in the last few weeks. How many have been this year, school year? How many threats are related to bullying? And if any students have been expelled from making a threat. We will update this story when we hear back from the school system. And that's all well and good. That's good. That's nice, real nice. But I think that when you get a threat such as this, okay, that you get a threat like this, and you talk about shooting up a school, and you've got the police report, and again, this happened in August. Police were made arrests on yesterday. I still think, my humble opinion, that there should have been a statement released, especially to the parents of students at Manassas High School. And again, the documentation will be present for you to see. You'll see all of the names. Put up my site so that people can write it down so that they can go probably about 12 o'clock. It should be ready to be seen. It's www.cussingpastortellsall.com. It's my pay-per-view blog site. So write that down, probably by 12, no later than 12:30, because I got to scan all of this in and then put it up on the site. I think that all of these students should face some charges. I think that they should be expelled from the school system. How do we allow these situations to go on? Again, and I think that, again, Superintendent Ray and the administration had the responsibility of letting parents at Manassas High School know exactly what had taken place, that there is an investigation, that arrests have been made because of threats. Some have asked, and I've seen it on social media, where they gonna get the guns from? Baby, you can walk down any street in Memphis and get a gun. Okay, you can get what you need as far as ammunition and weapons and things of that nature. but just the conversation of this is what we want to do. Again, what type of threats were made was asked to Gerald Dwight Sandlin. Shooting up the school and shooting the people we didn't like. And I just wish I had the parents' number. I really do. And her name on this one is Rosette Skinner. She's the grandmother. She's the next of kin to this young man. But there is no number for her. She works at Piccadilly's on Poplar. Think I'll call him Dale.
How old is he?
17.
No.
You don't think so? Because I'm worse than Perry Mason.
But he's 17.
There ain't no law against talking to a minor on these subjects. But I'd rather talk to his mama, Miss Rosette Skinner. They ain't got no number for mama.
Them folks are coming down to the Piccadilly.
She off from Piccadilly's by now. Piccadilly, it's about 8:30. They didn't put up the baked chicken for the day. All right, what's your view? Put the number back up for me, T, if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, I'm as good as Perry Mason. I could have been a lawyer. 901-231-9239. What is get a number for Piccadilly's. She probably gone by now. She probably working in the daytime. And bring it up here to me. Gonna be the one on Poplar. That's gonna be Poplar and Howland, I guess.
Yeah.
Not our Piccadilly's.
Thank you for calling Piccadilly on Poplar.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Rosette Skinner, please.
Say it again.
Miss Rosette Skinner.
Oh, she's not working. She works here, but she doesn't work late night.
Oh, she work in the daytime.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. She ain't there. She ain't there. Well, I want to know. Anybody know Miss Rosette? Send me her number, because I'd like to know what's she thinking is, what's on the boy's mind? Is he got the ADBC, what is it?
ADHD?
Yeah, ADHD. Because see, on this narrative, on 8/13/2019 at 1000 hours, Officer Kenny reported a precinct GIB memo at 1111 North Manassas Street. Complainant T. Washington, Shelby County school officer, received information from students stating that suspect Isaac Simpson made threats to shoot up the school on yesterday's date. During his investigation, it was found that the suspect did not make a threat to shoot up the school, but stated out loud that people are going to get hurt if they mess with him this year. The complainant advised that during a class session on yesterday, the student played the game called Two Truths and a Lie. That's a new game, huh? The complainant advised that students informed him that the suspect stated, I like people, wait a minute, I like people. I like to see blood, and I like hurting people.
Two truths and a lie.
That nigga sound like Chucky.
He said, I like people with the lie.
Wait. He said, I like people, but I like to see blood, and I like hurting people. The suspect's mother, Tracy Burleson, was called to the school and was notified of the incident. Per the suspect's child, the suspect is diagnosed with ADHD and has not been on his medication. How come? During the investigation, it was found that the suspect is currently not in crisis. The school staff did advise that they are now aware of the possible bullying to the suspect and are going to take progressive measures to curb any other problems. The school administration advised that the suspect has no disciplinary record at the school. 606B was contacted and notified of the incident. So he got the ADHD, but he ain't been taking his medicine. How come he ain't been taking his medicine? And I think that in some of the other shootings that we've had across the country, that some of them hadn't had no disciplinary issues. But see, here's the part that messes me up. The complainant advised that students informed him that the suspect stated, I like people. I like to see blood, and I like hurting people. His ass ain't got no business in there with the other children now. I don't give a damn if he got the ADHD or the ABCD. This statement by itself, I like people, I like to see blood, and I like hurting people. Do you really want him in the classroom with your child, your children's? Okay, come on now. This is happened in August, and I guess the investigation led to the arrest being made on yesterday. I like people, but I like to see blood, and I like hurting people. Ugh. Give me my gun. It's why would you call it a lady's place of business? I hope she gets a restraining order. Oh, you so ignorant mother. I call it because I want to. I call it because it's a place of business. I call it because I can. If you don't like what's going on these airways, then I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to dismiss your ass from here. Praise the Lord. Ooh, y'all make my job so hard, so hard, so hard. But you got folk in newsrooms right now trying to figure out, how am I going to get my hands on that information?
Sandra Boyd.
Sandra Boyd, go ahead, please.
Without a doubt, this student should have been suspended immediately. You cannot take these kind of risks just vaguely. You have to take them seriously because students of all ages now are doing all kinds of things. So the school system failed the other children that were in that classroom.
Well, let me ask you this, because see, apparently this happened in August, and these arrests were made at the school on yesterday. So do you think that this child, apparently they were not suspended in August because the arrests were made at the school on yesterday.
I don't know. Sometimes it takes maybe a couple of days for the school to investigate, but that child should have been either taken out of that environment in terms of that school, put in an alternative environment until they fully investigated. But overall, it should not have taken that long for them to investigate.
Yeah, because and like I said, I'm looking at the statement by this, I guess it's Sergeant Claiborne over in the ROTC department at Manassas High School, who made this statement on yesterday as to what he overheard students saying. So, why do you think that the school system would be so lackadaisical in taking care of the safety of other students?
Well, sometimes I think that the school system principal especially does not want their school to be in the limelight of what's going on.
Okay.
However, this is putting all the children at risk. Even the teacher is being put at risk.
Okay.
Because had that child actually shot up that school or that classroom, then those teachers, or even that particular teacher, that principal, everybody in leadership would have been held accountable if they had still been living.
Okay. And you're absolutely correct. In the statement by the sergeant, a question, he says, a question was asked by someone if Mrs. Butler was on the list. And I'm taking that Mrs. Butler is one of the teachers there. And the reply was by one of them, not yet. So she could make the list. But I just think that this was a dangerous situation.
Well, no doubt about it, and that child should have been suspended for the entire year.
Yes, yes.
So again, the school dropped the ball because you cannot take that seriously with any child, I don't care what age. This was a high school child or student. You can't even take that lightly now with even kids in first grade because children are exposed to so much and they know so much. So when they say something, they mean it.
Okay. I appreciate your call. Thank you so very much, Eric.
No problem.
And again, I changed the entire focus of what my subject matter was tonight, and I guess I may be able to do it tomorrow night. Does the gay community have a membership drive going on? And there are some things that are going on in the gay community that led me to do this subject, and hopefully I can do this subject on tomorrow. I think that the superintendent of schools needs to speak out on this matter. Naturally, he's not going to follow my directive, but I think that school board members in that area that represent Manassas High School, and I forget who this, I think is it Stephanie Love? There needs to be statements made. Parents should be concerned. Pastors in the community need to be concerned. Politicians that represent that particular area. This Trump supporter, you know you gotta go off my page. People need, maybe it's just not important. I mean, maybe it's just not important to a lot of people. I would have thought that I would have heard from more parents tonight from that particular school. There are other children that are named in this. Let me go to the phone line first.
To accept.
Go ahead.
That is,
Yes.
this
I'm sure they did, especially for these minors when if they took them downtown for a statement and they're under the age of 18. I'm sure that parents recall and were probably present at the time of the questioning. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just need to start looking at our communities, man.
Yeah.
We really do. We need to start looking at our communities, man. Cause as men, man, we need to start stepping up.
Well, parents in general need to step up, man, because a lot of times, a lot of these homes don't have a father in them. Okay, we've left our children to stray, and that's one of the things I'm going to talk about tomorrow night when I get on this subject again. Does the gay community have a membership drive going on? There seems to be a movement after our young boys and our young men to make them feel that homosexuality and the feminization of the male is okay. It's something that needs to happen and it should happen. But I just felt that tonight I needed to change my subject and deal with this. Thank you so much.
Like a pastor that you is, man, we need to have more pastors out here who want to step up for the community, man.
Thank
We
you.
do.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Selena, he is gone. MAGA is already gone. I got a few minutes left. What's your view on this? This could have been a very dangerous situation. And oftentimes we think that these tragedies can happen everywhere else but right here. When we hear about what's going on up north and other places, these massive shootings, well, it ain't gonna happen here. It could very well happen. You know, they saying that this guy was diagnosed with the ADHD. Whether the hand that the finger that is on the trigger is a guy that with good sense or somebody that's damn near crazy, it don't make no difference once you pull the trigger. Whoever the bullet hits, you dead. Okay? All right, 901, I got a few minutes left. 901-231-9239. And again, I love to hear from you. Will you as parents, Edmond answers. Question, I think y'all have an interim interim principal over there. Your principal earlier this year that had been there was removed for some type of improprieties at the school. So I don't know who is the principal there now, but will you be concerned enough to ask questions? Will you be concerned enough to call the board on tomorrow? Will you? Will you? You will probably see other newsrooms trying to find out exactly what happened as far as this matter is concerned. But this is what the Thaddeus Matthews Show is known for doing, exposing situations, whether it's in the church, whether it's in politics, wherever there is a cover-up. Again, so that you know that all of this information is true, it will be on the CussingPastorTellsAll.com pay-per-view blog on tomorrow by 12. What's your view on it? Do you have a view? Do you have a feeling? And this is one of those subjects tonight that I thought that, boy, the phone just be ringing back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, because you're concerned. You know, But we're in a city where people don't be concerned, especially in our community. I looked at the early voting numbers that they talked about. Only 84 people out of 2 districts in an area where there are at least 92,000 registered voters have voted. 84 people. We don't care. We are a people that just don't care unless it personally involves us. What if these young people here had actually had their minds set up to shoot up Manassas High School? What if? And again, this teacher gives the names of the students involved in the conversation: Taurus Chambers, Michael Galladay, Darren Jefferson, Marie Thompson, Sammy Woods. Then later, Tamara Neal and Jamie Townsend engaged in the conversation. Yeah, I said 84 people. What's going on? Do we even care about what's going on? I think that we don't. I think that we've lost, as a people, and I'm talking about black folk, we've lost all sense of concern. We have no concern. How many minutes I got left? I got 10 minutes. I got time for one call if you want to be that one caller on tonight. I want to remind you also that if you have no health insurance, open enrollment starts on November the 1st. I believe that's Friday. Get yourself some insurance. Look, it does not matter how old or young you are. Get yourself some health insurance. With this program, there are no health questions. Everyone can get insured. If you have no medical insurance, please call this company whose number I'm about to give you. No matter where it is that you work, whether you work for a temp agency, whether you're working as a busboy or a waitress, small businesses, and anyone else, the insurance premium is based on your income. Again, it's based on your income. It also provides dental, vision, and life insurance. If you've got diabetes and you cannot afford the high cost of insulin, then you need to make sure you call Michael McKinley, and his number is 289, area code 901-289-5123. 901-289-5123. One more time, 901-289-5123. Get yourself some insurance. All right, don't forget about D2G Screenshots, located at 3189 North Watkins, where you can get all types of t-shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve. You can even get hoodies as well. Anything that's made of cotton, he can put your particular picture, whatever it is that you can take a picture of, he can put it on this material. Quick turnaround, no minimums required. If you want 1 or 100, call him. No screen setups, no color limits, high quality images. Call him at 901-279-0434. That's 901-279-0434.
Press 2. Okay, I sent the caller's voicemail.
Oh,
Goodbye.
well, you can call back if you want. Yeah, call John Odom. Number is 279-0434. 279-0434. Also, if you're looking for a Lolla Burger, looking for a nice hamburger. And this is a black-owned business, Lotta Burger. They have 2 locations, only one is open now because they can't find good workers. Call Miss Costa Thomas if you're looking for a job. They're looking for employees. They can open up the North Memphis location up on Thomas if they could get some good employees. 946-2001, 946-2001. They got single burgers, triple burgers, double burgers. They got whole gate sandwiches, Philly steak combos, smoked sausage with slaw, beef hot dogs with slaw, all types of specialties, all type of sides, and best milkshakes in town. That's Lotta Burger, located at 2260 South 3rd. Also, if you need a handgun carry permit, Sean Goldsmith is the guy to turn to. Goldsmith Security Academy handgun carry permit classes are 8 hours. Security guard classes, you can go to them if you need your certification as well. You can get your certification as well. That number is 901-634-8384. 901-634-8384. Let's go to New York. You're on the air. Ma'am, I can't. You're breaking up on me. Ma'am, ma'am, you're breaking up. Ma'am, you're breaking up. Okay. Yeah. So I brought this to you tonight. And again, if you want to see the receipts, when they're ready to go up, I will post it on my Facebook page that is ready to go up. I'm gonna try to get it on by 12:30 on tomorrow. This is amazing. This information that I have in my hand is just simply amazing that these things are going on in this city and in this country. Okay? You cannot take these threats as, oh, they just playing. You've got to handle everyone as though it's about to happen right now. You got to. We don't know what crazy folk would do. And you got to be crazy to even think about shooting up a school, shooting up innocent people. Something got to be wrong with you. You got to be touched. Something is drastically wrong. I hope that you have enjoyed this. How many minutes I got? I got 3 minutes. I invite you to join me in the morning at 6 a.m. for the best in blues music. 6 until 9 Central Time. Those of you around the country that would like to hear me on the radio in the mornings, you can go to the TuneIn app, and put in WMQM, and you will get me every time. I want to thank you all for being a part, but I think those of you who are parents of students at Manassas High School, you need to know what really went on. That's what you need to know. I want to thank that officer or whoever it was that got me this information. I think it was probably the most important thing I could talk about tonight. I will deal with this other subject on tomorrow night. Does the gay community have a membership drive going on? And I think that there is a plot to bring straight men into the fold. So we will talk about that tomorrow night on the Thaddeus Matthews TV show. Thank you so very much for being here and being a part of what I do Thank you so much. It's a plum pleasing pleasure to do it every night. Until tomorrow night, top of the evening to you.